Hi everyone again. Welcome back, I guess, or welcome at all to my YouTube channel. I know it has been a while, pretty much 11 months, I would say. So sorry about the gap. I will get to an explanation on that in a second. If any of you are new here, my name is Adam. I'm the creator behind Crafty Wool, the yarn dyer, the crocheter, the person behind the YouTube channel. So welcome. Thanks for clicking on the video, having a look. And if you are a person who has previously watched my videos and is surprised to see a video pop up, thank you very much for checking it out. It has been a while. I appreciate that. It really has. I think the last time I did a video was back in possibly January or maybe February, I think. Things happened in that period. This will be sort of a catch-up video. I will show a little bit of crocheting in a minute. I'll try not keep the video too long because you're here to watch, crocheting and crocheted and finished items, not me babbling on about life. But what I did want to close the year pretty much with a catch up, and then hopefully in the new year, start up with the YouTube channel properly as I did previously. So what happened since the last video? I had a promotion at work, which I did think was going to happen, which it did. So when that started, obviously YouTube and everything, even yarn dyeing, has gone on the back burner a little bit, but at the time I still carried on with yarn dyeing. Now this was the managerial position, which started early in the year. I can't exactly remember when. So that started up, and then it was obviously a lot more responsibility, a bit more stress, all of that. And then what happened was, the more I was in that job, the more difficult yarn dyeing and everything started to get. So it was a bit more stressful to, get the monthly yarn clubs done, get them sent off. Then the tariffs and he happened. So it made it really difficult for me to calculate shipping and the costs and everything that comes with things like that. I had quite a lot of people drop out of the yarn clubs because of the cost of the tariffs and the taxes and everything that they would have had to pay on top of the club and shipping. So that was a bit like I've got this new job, I've got the yarn club, people are dropping out, what's going on here? So that that was a bit much. And then my partner Luke, he was made redundant without any notice, and that was a lot. That took about 4 months to settle. So that was a really stressful period. In the middle of that, I was still in my job and position and the yarn dyeing, and so there was a lot going on at the same time. Since then he's been sorted, he's got a job, but that took us till nearly the end of November to be fully settled. So yeah, so new job, Luke's redundancy, tariffs. Yeah, and then I realised that the job in itself wasn't really for me. So, you know, I was playing around with the idea of, oh, I don't think this is for me. You know, I'm in this position in a job where I have been for a long time, and I thought, oh, if I try to step down and it doesn't work out, what you know, all different thoughts in your head are going around, and you never know what's going to happen. So, I did decide to step down. So I stepped down from the job and I went back to my admin position, which, you know, I'm grateful for. It was, you know, it was the best decision I've ever made. And at the time, I also decided it was coming up to the end of the year anyway, and I thought, oh, maybe I just need to have a bit of a pause with everything. So step down from the job, pause the yawn clubs, pause the website. Oh, that was another thing, fun little side event. So I've closed down the website, I've stopped the yawn club, I've, you know, just try to simplify things the best I could. So that's how we were hoping to close the year, or that's how I was trying to close the year, you know, just get back to my previous position, crack on with crocheting, see how I get on with YouTube, and see what I'm going to do about your dyeing, because these tariffs that's there, and not just tariffs but in general, shipping and supplies and everything is so expensive. You know, you do think, oh, people will buy it, and they do, but at the end of the day, with the cost of living, everything that's going on, you just got to think, is there a point in doing that? I mean, I do enjoy yarn dyeing, and, you know, I've had great customers for a really long time, but at the same time, I always think, right, is it going to be worth it? Not so much financially, because it was never a make rich kind of thing, but, you know, is it sustainable, and is it something that's worth the, not so much the stress, but is it worth the time, the effort to do? So that's something I'm gonna have to consider into the new year. I've got ideas, which is great, but, you know, it doesn't make money. Ideas don't make money. And so it's, you know, I just thought, let's get everything simplified and see where we are at in the new year. So that's the biggest dramas. And then, you know, my granddad moved into a care home. Since he's been in the care home, he's been in and out of hospitals. So it was just like, I don't know if anyone else is thinking this, but I think 2025 has been the worst year in recent history, give or take COVID. But even in COVID, it's almost like we had more of certainty than this year has had. I mean, it's been ridiculous. But we're happy to be closing it, aren't we? We've got to be. We've got to look forward to something. I'm just getting over a cold as well, so if you can hear me go a bit nasally, that's why. What I was going to mention about the website, mention it previously. Oh yeah, that was another fun thing, because at one point earlier in the year, I really needed to put the prices up, and not a lot. It was I think by £1, so not a lot, but obviously makes a big difference. And also shipping, I needed to update. Now, I was using the Wix platform to run my website, and you could not change subscriptions. You couldn't change the shipping on subscriptions, and you couldn't change the price of subscriptions. All you could do was completely cancel all of the orders and put the prices up and contact all your customers and say, oh, I've cancelled your membership. Now you're going to have to repurchase it at a higher price. Oh, and also shipping has gone up. No one in the right mind would do that unless they really, really liked the Crafty wool yarn. And it was okay. It was, it wasn't, I don't know what. Anyway, so when I got in touch with Wix to see what could be done, they didn't care. They got my money every month to run the platform. They couldn't care any less. So yeah, that was Wix. Thanks, Wix. So yeah, that was really, really fun, alongside everything else that happened. So that's the most memorable things of the whole year. I mean, we had fence panels break in the wind, and I said to my neighbour, I said, this is like the icing of 2025, and then everything else was coming after. So yeah, I'm just glad to see it go. But anyway, on a happier note, I do hope everyone had a lovely Christmas, or anything that you might celebrate at this time. We had a really nice Christmas, plus minus this cough and cold that everyone seems to have at the minute. But slowly, bit by bit, getting over it. So hopefully that's the worst possible ending of 2025, although we are still on the bear with. We're still on the 27th, so there's still 4 days to go. I just want this year over and done with, and see what happens in the new year. So, I do want to say thank you to a lot of people who have been subscribers on my very quiet YouTube channel and have messaged and asked if everything was okay. So, I really appreciate those messages. And I have kept in touch with the people that I always have watched, everyone's YouTube channels, because I enjoy watching podcasts and Vlogmas. I really enjoyed Vlogmas. So the people that I have always watched, I have kept in touch with them. But there's just so many different podcasts, and gosh, it's really difficult to keep up. I mean, I don't know how many people you might watch and follow on YouTube, but my gosh, it's when people binge Netflix series and shows, I always think I don't need to, because I just put YouTube on and I look at the subscriptions and the amount of videos, and not even daily but weekly podcasts I've got to watch. But because I want to, I don't have time to watch. Stranger Things is out. Eventually I might get to it in a couple of years' time. I mean, I only just started watching, what's it called? Everyone was watching it a couple of years ago when it started. Abbott Elementary. It started a couple of years ago. I've only just came across it, so I'll have to start watching normal TV as well every so often. So, I've coming up to 15 minutes. So I'm sorry about the blabbering, but I just wanted to not clear up, because there's not been any gossip, but I just wanted to, give you an explanation on what happened, because I didn't delete my YouTube channel because I knew I was going to come back to it at one point. I just didn't know when, so I just wanted to do this explanation. I will show you 2 projects I'm working on and possibly leave it at that, and then for the next video, which will happen soon, it's going to be in the new year, probably go through like a yarn haul that I've got recently, maybe finished projects. If you want to see anything in particular, please let me know, because then I can, you know, plan on doing that instead. So the first one, I've only just started this yesterday, is this shawl. I'll show you the shawl first and I'll give you the details. So it's one of these asymmetrical ones. First time doing like I don't know what you would call it. Is it like an edged project? I don't know, but one of these, first time ever doing these. It's called the Muted Tones Shawl by 3 Loops on the Hook. Paid for pattern, but there's a, you can actually see, there's a chart on the back. I might get I might get taken off for accidentally showing that, but then again, you can't really see anything. Yeah, it's not clear enough, and you do have to read the pattern to make sense of the chart a little bit. So, but it's a really good, it's a really good pattern. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm using a James C. Brett Emotions in the colour Interest. I've had this yarn for absolutely ages. I've got 2 of them, and I didn't know what to make with it because I love the colours, but I did imagine it would be quite a bit much because it does change colour quite often, as you can see. But I think I've seen it on the pattern designer's Instagram using the same brand of yarn but just not the same colour. So I thought, oh, that'd be a good idea to do, you know, use the same sort of yarn but just in a different colour, because it looked really nice. So yeah, that's where I'm up to with it. I mean, it's been 2 days. I'm not a fast crocheter, so the weekly episodes are not going to happen. There's no chance, because I'm never going to get anything done in a week. So, you know, it's definitely going to be monthly, if not quarterly. We'll have to see. So that's one of the projects I'm working on, and the other one is, if you were here last time, well, earlier, you would have seen me do a cardigan in this yarn, which was the first variable I've made for myself. But that cardigan turned into just a massively oversized cardigan. I mean, it was huge. So I never wore it. I took it apart and I thought, I do want to make something for myself, because that's why I bought the yarn. So I decided to make a jumper for myself. So I hope you can see. Hold on. It's not oversized. It's gonna be snug, but I don't mind, because if it's possible, I'll wear it without a t-shirt because I get a bit hot easily. So I could always possibly wear it without anything underneath. We'll have to see. So yeah, the pattern for this, now please don't hate me, but I used ChatGPT to make the pattern because I couldn't find, I mean, I could find, you know, jumper tutorials, but none of them were, the maths wasn't working out for me I don't know why. However, when I gave ChatGPT, you know, I'm an extra large, when it snug, it gave me the chain count for 80. I had a bit of back and forth because it kept telling me to chain one and then skip one, and I was ended up with less stitches and more it wasn't working out. So after a bit of back and forth, then I've sorted it. So yeah, that's where I'm up to. This was the one project I've been working on for quite a while, and then I was getting a bit bored, so I decided to start making this. So the yarn for this is just Yarn Smith's Aran, the basic Aran, the acrylic one. It's really nice, really soft. It does peel quite a bit, so once it's finished I might have to invest in a pill remover thingy, whatever you call it. So yeah, that's the two things I've been working on. Like I said, if any of you are interested, I could, for the next video, make a bear with. For the next video, I could make a yarn haul or anything like that you might want to see. Pepper's in the room, so you might see him jump up in a second. No, he's going out. Are you coming back? Are you saying hi to people? Yeah. Yeah, so Pepper's doing well. It'd be interesting if he wasn't. He's good as gold. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it at that. 21 minutes, well, 22 minutes. So nice and short, like me. And then we shall see what happens in the new year and take it from there. So have a lovely New Year's, everyone. Happy 2026. Let's hope it's definitely a better one. It has to be. And yeah, you know, happy crafting, happy crocheting, and I shall see you next time. Bye everyone.